Bienvenidos a Esperanza Pense, donde la Esperanza Pense. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. Woof! Another scorcher here in southern Wisconsin. At least there's a breeze. So let's make this a quick hits tarot, shall we? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your like, share, subscribe, for commenting, telling me how it's going over by you. I really appreciate these interactions that we have. And it lets me know that you're okay. It lets me know that the heat isn't getting to you too bad. When I hear from you in the comments, I know you're doing all right. It's so hot out. I made my bouquet of the day with ice cubes because by the time this reading's over, these ice cubes will probably be melted. All right, we haven't gotten a jumper tarot card yet, so let's pray and play. Be sure to check out my latest live stream with, there's a jumper, with Raffi. Three of Pentacles reversed again. We got that yesterday. With the Three of Pentacles reversed, that's energy that's a little less cooperative. That's energy that also can denote, sort of backroom meetings and people meeting together without our consent or without our prior knowledge and making decision and making magic that has to do with us, but we might not know it. Three of Pentacles reverse can mean that we're not getting as much cooperation with others to do collaborative magic, or that maybe we're just not feeling as collaborative with our teammates at work. But with the Three of Pentacles upright, we have like a really good balance between the spiritual, the financial, and the social. But here with the Three of Pentacles reversed, once again, I think this stands for backroom meetings that are happening without our consent or knowledge. That's what I'm getting from this card. Because I read for like the general energies, I'm not necessarily reading for people. So either on a personal level, let's look for ways where we can become a little bit more cooperative with those around us. And if this is for general energies, let's just be aware that people might be making decisions and sort of sneaking out into the back room or into the basement of the church and having secret society meetings without us knowing about it. So that's the energy that is going to flavor our reading for today. Let's pray and play. Sorry if my hands are a little bit dirty. I was just messing around with my car. I actually got under the hood of my car and I actually scooched. I'm skinny enough to scooch under my car. And I was under there and I was looking. I wasn't sure if there was chipmunks kind of like chewing on wires in my car or something like that, because my radio is acting funny. So I didn't know if there was like a wire out of place, but hopefully whatever I did helped. I did talk nice to her, so we'll see. I'll let you know how Car is doing. Car is a beautiful girl. I love her so much, and she's gone so many good places with me, and I don't know. Just want to make sure she's feeling all right, Yeah, I'm not that dirty. I washed my hands. First of July, 2026, rabbit, good luck. So near past, present tense, near future. Oh, wow. So we got two majors. We got the Justice reversed and Strength reversed. And in the middle, we have the Two of Cups. So our one upright card means that our heart is in the right place and we're ready to exchange. We have good friendships going. But there might be a karmic imbalance, or justice might not be being served appropriately, like out there in the wider world. If people are having those backroom meetings, they might be going against the law or going against the laws of nature. I can see a lot of situations in the world where people are like literally white knuckling their adrenochrome all the way down to hell. You know what I'm saying? And with the Justice reverse, they're just literally living outside the bounds of natural law. And when that happens, we can see the justice reverse showing up in our tarot card readings. If it's on a personal level, just day to day, you and me, we might just feel like certain situations in our life are unfair, or that people are judging us inappropriately and enacting justice without having had all the facts. The sword in the tarot is intelligence, facts, and truth. And when the sword is upside down, people might not be realizing the whole truth. Or the truth might be bent a little bit to serve some people and not serve other people, okay? So let's be aware of that, especially with our Three of Pentacles reversed there. And especially when these cards keep showing up, right? Two of Cups, this is great energy for friendships, for love, for a healthy exchange of emotional energy. Oh, I want you to see my flowers. Let me put this over here. Two of Cups is when I have a cup that tastes good to you, you have a cup that tastes good to me, and we're willing to blend and share. We're coming towards each other, and we're starting the beginning sparks of a very healthy emotional relationship. This could be a friendship, this could be a romance, but it's definitely an emotional affinity, and it's a situation where both people are bringing equal emotional exchange and availability to the situation. So I love this for love, friendship, any types of familial exchanges. Two of Cups upright is great because that means that no matter what happens out there in the world, at least our heart is in the right place and we're still open to having these beautiful friendship and love exchanges with others. Strength reversed, especially with the justice reversed, might mean that like things are being forced upon us that we didn't ask for, or because people are operating outside the bounds of natural law, like different boundaries and enactments might be forced upon us. With the La Force with strength reversed, that's usually a situation where somebody's pushing a little bit too hard. They're not just like letting the natural energy flow. Strength upright is a great card for Leo season. That is Venus in Leo incarnate. Strength upright is when Venus in Leo is allowed to shine. She's allowed to be recognized. But here, this is the reversal. This is Jupiter like pumping too much and not having the strength to back it up. Jupiter's the hype man, and he just got into Leo, and he's squaring off with Chiron, and we'll talk about the astrology in just a moment, but with strength reverse, this is an ask for us to relax into the infinite flow of life and not force things to happen. Dead Wolf Resistance got this card along with the Devil upright in his full moon and Capricorn reading. So don't force things, just allow them to happen. Your true strength comes in accepting the divine feminine beauty of Mother Earth and understanding that violence is a part of life, but that we can tame the beast if we are gentle and firm. All right, stay tuned for the astrology. We'll talk about that in just a minute. And if you would like your oracle card, be sure to check the playlist. I am doing oracle cards on my shorts playlist. Love you.
Okie dokie. Well, the wheel is clunky, but it's rolling right along, huh? We see Mars still in those beginning degrees of Gemini, pulling at the North Node and South Node, bending the nodes, if you will, sort of pulling our mental destiny into a certain direction, right? And that direction is towards Uranus, and Uranus is the great awakener. However, that energy is always a surprise, always a disruption. So we could have like lightning bolt, light bulb, popped light bulb moments coming through today, especially with both of those minor grand trines still in full effect. We have Mars and Uranus sextile in Gemini, sextile to Neptune in Aries, sextile Mars and Uranus, sextile to Jupiter in Leo, Jupiter in Leo, still in that ongoing trine with Neptune. So amplifying our illusory effect, okay? Amplifying the surprise element, amplifying the dreams coming true element, keeping our spirits and our hopes up so that this wheel keeps turning in the right direction. And then Neptune's also at work over here with Pluto. Pluto making the trine with Uranus and Mars, and Pluto and Uranus and Mars respectively making sextiles to Neptune at the top of this triangle, at the corner of the basket, however you want to look at this chart. The moon is opposing Mercury today, so there may be some difficulties with communication. What we want to communicate from the heart might come off a little bit more tense than we had expected, especially with Mercury newly having stationed and gone retrograde. Our communications might not land at someone's heart, especially at work, because the moon is in those full degrees of Capricorn in the morning when this is happening. So our morning thoughts might be very practical, but when we go to emotionally connect with people, it might be just business. We might be just wanting to communicate business, even though we do have Chiron at the top of this chart today. I feel like Chiron is sort of like a sharp object in the wheel, like poking at this wheel. This clunky wheel wants to turn, but there's this sharp object poking out of it. Chiron is squaring with the moon. Chiron is squaring with Mercury. Chiron is squaring with Jupiter. Chiron is in a loose square with Pluto. I mean, 4 degrees is about where I would cut off. But I mean, as far as general astrology goes, I think that we can kind of, Astro Dance gives a really wide orb. I try to reduce it some, but it still seems kind of wide to me. But at the same time, I can see Chiron there poking out of that basket, poking a hole in the basket, poking a hole in the clunky wheel. However, Chiron is sextile with the North Node, so this is, giving us a flat tire on the side of the road so that somebody super cool can come and help us. Jupiter here making tension with Chiron can have those sort of situations where we think that something has gone wrong, but it's gone terribly right. I'll leave it at that. Happy 1st of July, and see you on the next one, God willing.